Today, September 11th, 2023, and the time is 6:10 p.m., and we will call the meeting to order at this time. We're going to go ahead and start with our roll call. Ms. Diaz, Maribel Diaz, is absent today. Dr. Adriana Flores Villarreal, myself, present. Jose Luis Ochoa.
Present.
Ricardo Perez.
Present.
Homer Tijerina.
Here.
Ana Maria Perez.
Here.
I do declare a quorum. At this time, we will go ahead and have our invocation by Ms. Cynthia Villarreal.
Heavenly Father, as we gather today to conduct matters of business for AGUA SUD, may you give us your guidance, wisdom, and knowledge to make the best decisions for the ratepayers and employees. Lord, let this meeting be productive and let your peace surround us today. We ask these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
At this time, we will say the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I do believe we do have public comments this afternoon.
Yes,
Mr. Salinas?
Yes, Madam Vice President. Yes, we do have public comments. We have a total of 4 residents. We have Mr. Joseph Leal with DEC Corporation. We have Marilu Davis, Pueblo de Palma, Kathy Quintalan, La Lupe, Noemi Ramirez with La Lupe. We can start with Mr. Joseph.
Madam President, if I may, if we can just have a moment of silence for those that lost their lives in the September 11 attack.
Let's go ahead and do that at this time before we begin our public comments. Thank you all. We're going to go ahead and begin with our public comments. Before we start with our public comments, I just want to go ahead and mention that at no time, during the time that public comments are being made, will the board be responding to the public comments, okay? Of course, we will listen to what you have to say, and we will go ahead and address whatever concerns are brought about. Each of you will have a total of 3 minutes to state your case or your comment, but at no time are we going to be able to make respond to any of your comments. Okay?
And just so everyone's aware, I will be keeping time, and I'll let you know when time is up. Yes, up to the microphone, please. Yeah, and please start with stating your name and address, please.
Yes, I'm Joseph Leal. Well, I retired from Texas. I'm from DEC Incorporated. It's an engineering firm in McAllen. And my address is 207 West Highland Avenue, McAllen, Texas. It was mainly just for information that I learned of the TP&WD Water Development Board meeting at 9:30 on the 14th in Arlington. So I just wanted to be helpful and give you guys the idea, some information on it. And I noticed that there are 2 large investments going in the area. One is in Harlingen for water treatment. I think it was a water treatment plant. And also the other one is Laguna Mágica or Laguna Vista. This is 2, I guess that's why they made the meeting over in Harlingen to be close to the big new projects. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Next.
Madam President. We have Marilu Davis. Marilu Donis. I'm sorry. With Pueblo de Palma. Yes, ma'am.
Can I send you or
You
can do whatever.
On the mic.
On the
for- so
podium
we
would
can
be more
have the-
appropriate.
The
Yes.
recording.
The recording,
Yes,
yes.
yes, please.
Thank you.
Yes, today we just wanted to know, what's going on with the pump, and we wanted to see if it could be like, that the residents could actually see the pump being, started, or that we could participate in one sort of a way of knowing, you know, that the pump is actually being installed. That's what we want as a community. We want to be able to participate and know that the pump is actually going to be installed. That's what we want as a community.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Madam Vice President, we have Kathy Quintalan with Lupe.
Hello, my name is Kathy Quintalan. My address is Washington Palm Drive, Peñitas, Texas. My comments today are, have you received any news regarding the water plant grants from the Texas Water Development? And is there a time frame yet? The next thing will be, will we be notified about the price increase before the first bill in which it will start being applied to? The next thing will be, when will the July 17th, August 7th, and August 29th meetings be posted on the meetings video page online, since they're not there yet? We haven't seen the past 2 months of meetings. And why are the agendas and dates for meetings posted after office hours on the public bulletin board if the public won't be able to see it? The office is closed by 5. So the past 2 have been posted at 7 and at 5:15, which of course, the office is closed, the public can't see it. And that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Madam Vice President, we have Ms. Noemi Ramirez with Lupe.
Good afternoon. My name is Noemi Ramirez. I am at 133 Salida del Sol. And I wanted to just let everybody know that we have met with Chuy Hinojosa in regards to the contamination of the water. And he was letting us know that we are supposed to be notified through media or any source of any type of media to of any type of contamination within a specific amount of time or with enough time so that the public can be aware of it and be able to do something about it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that the last one we have, Mr. Salinas?
Yes, Madam Vice President.
Oh, thank you all for those comments.
Thank you.
Moving along, number 2, minutes, approval of minutes for the July 17, 2023 AGUA Special Board Meeting.
So moved.
Do I have a motion?
Second.
Tijerina? And Perez. Okay. Number 3, discussion and possible action on a resolution by the AGUA Board Directors amending the AGUA SUD investment policy.
Dr. Dunn, you gotta go through the
Did I
vote,
move?
the vote, and then the name.
Oh,
and-
yes, yes, yes.
So-
I'm new at this, okay? So forgive
It's
me.
okay, we'll,
Okay.
we'll help you.
We'll help you.
We had I believe we had a
Motion by-
Yes, I have the motion by Tijerina and second by Mr. Perez.
All those in favor?
All those in favor, say aye.
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 All those opposed, say nay.
Motion carried.
Motion passes.
There you go.
Thank you. Discussion and possible action on a resolution by the AGUA Board of Directors amending the AGUA SUD investment policy as recommended by the Finance Director. Do I have a motion?
I would like to hear what he has to say.
Yes, Madam Vice President, we have met with our Finance Committee over the investment policy and amending the investment policy that we have. Basically was a recommendation from our auditors and of course our financial advisors. As well, we have Mr. Jaime Reina here and Mr. Park with the Finance Department that will go summarize some of the changes or the most important changes that we have for this investment policy to be amended.
Yes, Board, we prepared a resolution that summarizes all the changes recommended to the investment policy. We picked out some of the bigger ones. So first off is designating the investment officers of the district. We are required to designate investment officers by name. The officers listed are Mr. Perez, Mr. Salinas, and myself, Board Treasurer, General Manager, and Finance Director, to oversee the investment activities of the district. Next item is under scope. Right now, our investment policy reads that we will be commingling funds into one investment portfolio, so one bucket. Our recommendation would be to separate the investment portfolios into different funds, so that we don't commingle unrestricted funds and restricted funds. So, for example, we would invest general operating funds, which is general operating funds, water rights, and impact fees, to keep that separate. That's our recommendation. Next item is under the authorized investment section of the policy. Right now, the maximum length for certificates of deposits is 1 year to stated maturity. Our recommendation would be to increase this to 2 years for flexibility. Right now, sometimes there's better rates under 15-month or 18-month CDs or 2-year CDs, so that we can capitalize on those rates, but it's just to add flexibility to our investments. And the last item is just to remove the names of prior staff that are right now listed on our policy. We have past executive directors and chief accountants, and we're replacing this with just generic titles, with just the titles of the investment officers, and the names will be listed through resolution and not on the policy. So in case there's personnel change, we don't have to update the policy, we just have to do a new resolution. And those are the major changes.
Very good.
I so move.
On the 2-year policy, is that within our policies?
Yes, we are allowed to do
We're
that.
authorized to.
Yes, we are.
Second?
Do I have a motion to make these changes?
So move.
Second.
Ms. Perez? And who was, make the second? We move on to number 4, discussion and possible.
We just have a motion, we need to call.
I keep forgetting to vote. Yes, at this time, we have a motion, we have a second. Everyone in favor say aye.
Aye.
Everyone against say nay. Motion carries. Discussion and possible action to amend the interlocal agreement with Hidalgo County Municipal Utility District Number 1 regarding temporary sewage transportation and treatment services.
Yes, Madam Vice President, members of the board. With you, there's a map of the actual location of the area that it's brought up to you in this agenda item. So basically, MUD number 1 is treating our sanitary sewer within this area. You can see it's between Abram and Minnesota, and between the expressway and Veterans Boulevard. So we had brought it to the board previous a couple of board meetings ago, and we had presented to the board that AGUA, basically it's all about the fees for the treating of the service for those locations. So basically we have brought to the board requesting that AGUA or getting approval from the board that AGUA shall pay MUD a monthly fee of $12 per residential connection, not to exceed 120 connections, and $17 per commercial connection, not to exceed 120 commercial connections within 10 days of the receipt of such notice. Now it passed through AGUA SUD board for approval. Then it was presented to MUD number 1 at one of their board meetings, and they came back and they're suggesting for us to change the language to a state that AGUA shall pay MUD a monthly fee of $15 per connections, and it's going to include both residential and commercial, not to exceed 240 connections within 10 days of receipt of such notice. And then AGUA will provide a monthly report with the account numbers and customer type format as provided in the exhibit. So at this time, we recommend approval for this change. Now, the commercials are gonna go down to $15, but the residentials are gonna go to $15. So it's gonna be an increase of $3 and a deduction of $2 for those connections. Now, we do not have sanitary sewer service for that area, right? We're still going through that process. However, just to let the board know, the base fee for residential right now that we have on those accounts for Palmview, it's $13.22. That's the actual base fee, and then we charge $3 per 1,000 gallons of usage. And then on the actual commercial, we have $18.28, and that's a base fee, and $3.34 per 1,000 gallons. So there's gonna be a profit, and within that profit, we're looking into at least paying the pump fees, right, the electricity from one of our lift stations into their system. So basically, they're taking care of the actual sewer treatment for that segment that we presented.
So we're gonna be coming even, or we're gonna be coming under?
We're gonna be coming even just on the base fee itself. We're coming under about $1.80 just on the base fee. But the accounts, let's say on an average, if we look at 10,000 gallons, we're looking at additional $30, right? Just on the actual consumption or usage of water.
That accounts include HEB, Walgreens, all those accounts. That's what's hooked up to MUD, correct?
It includes all the accounts, yes.
So we're fine if we look at the overall.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes, I mean, we'll make it up on the actual consumption, yes.
Okay.
So for how long?
Net profit.
We will have a net profit, but again, we do not have our project in line right now, which is the project here in Palmview.
So move.
Okay, second.
So we have a
Motion and second?
Yeah.
Yes.
second by Bettis.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. General Manager's report. Letter A, July financials.
Yes, Madam Vice President, members of the board, I have here with us Mr. Jaime Reina, Finance Director, that will summarize our July financials.
Yes, Board, these financial statements are prepared as of the end of July. If you could please turn your attention to the statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in a position. Here you'll see that July is 58% of the year. Our total operating revenues were 57%, so just slightly behind 58%. And total operating expenses were at 58% of the budget, so in line with the year. Overall, we're in line with our budget. One item to note in this month, we made payment on 7 bonds for about $2.1 million. So that's the major debt for the year taken care of.
Okay,
Awesome.
very good. We move on to B, update on line booster station.
Yes, Madam Vice President, members of the board. Again, this is the ongoing project, the inline booster station here north of Peñitas on 4 Mile Line and Tomgill. So as we all know, we presented this item our special board meeting, August 29th, 2023, to solicit for bids. So we have already solicited for bids for this project. It was published September 6th, 2023, and will be published again September 13th, 2023. We should be, I guess the closeout of the proposal to receive bids will be Thursday, September 28th, 2023 at 10 a.m. So hopefully we'll get a good bid so that we can proceed at the following board meeting so that we can actually hire a new contractor or award the bid to the most responsible contractor for that project. So that's what we have on the inline booster station there north of Peñitas.
Okay. We move on to number 6, District Engineers Report. Letter A, NAD Bank Technical Assistance Agreement, sewer hookups.
Yes, Madam Vice President, members of the board, we have Mr. Fernando Esteban with M2 Engineering that will be giving us a summary of the projects, ongoing projects.
Yes, good evening, Madam Vice President and members of the board. Item 6A is for the NADBANK Technical Assistance Agreement. The contractor is working on completing the remaining homes on the contract. Of the 20 pending homes that were still pending to be connected to the sewer system, they've already tackled 9 of those. Talking about phase 2 of the project, phase 2 has been formally advertised and a pre-bid meeting was held last week. The bid opening date is scheduled for this Thursday, September 14th. Following that, we will review the bid submittals and provide our recommendation for your consideration. 6B, Mendiola water storage tank project. The construction for this project is complete and is pending the final closeout documents. Once we receive those, we will go ahead and issue out our acceptance letter to close out the project formally.
Have you had any communication with CSA Group?
We're having a really hard time getting communication to
Because-
close the project.
Yeah, because I know every month it's been the same update and we can't close it.
Yeah.
You know, we got this project up and running back in late 2021. We're already gonna finish 2023.
Yeah, it's been challenging to get a final answer from, or to get the written quote that we've been waiting for from the project manager. We are pressuring them and we are following up with them, just hoping to get those documents a little sooner.
We can't do any demand letter or anything like that.
No, but if you do want to discuss those items, we can discuss, this item is also on the executive session agenda, so we can discuss any of those potential actions in the
Okay.
executive session.
Item 6C, the Texas Water Development Board Palmview Sanitary Sewer Project. Our team has provided the Chapman Law Form, all our supporting documents and evidence for the subject area G1. There's no new information to report at this time from an engineering perspective. Right now, I guess we're saying. Item 6D, capital improvement plan. The CIP report is complete. We're just pending a meeting with the committee to coordinate that sometime this month to get a final version presented to the board for approval. 6E, Liberty Road widening waterline relocation project. The notice to proceed was given as of August 21st, 2023. There were some things that we were ironing out with the plans. That has been ironed out, and the contractor notified us today that he had received all the material and is hoping to break ground tomorrow. Is there any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving along, number 7, as provided by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code 551.071, 551.0791, the Board of Directors may convene in a closed executive session to deliberate, discuss, or consult regarding the matters listed below on proper motion and approval of any of the items set forth above. Under Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Section 551071, consultation with attorney. A, cost number, I mentioned those two?
Yes.
A, okay. Cost number C 3353-20-I, SMB Infrastructure versus AGUA Special Utility District in the District Court of Hidalgo County, Texas 398th Judicial District. Letter B, Performance Services Incorporation litigation. Letter C, Mendiola Water Storage Tank Project. D, Service Capacity Limitations and Pending Applications. E, Havana Water Treatment Plant Improvements Project, TWDB. At this time, do I have a motion to go into executive session? Ms. Perez, and do I have a second? Mr. Tijerina? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay.
At 6.
Yeah, we need to mention the
At- At 6:34 p.m., we will convene into executive session.